Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Ask Claude. NFTs exploded in 2021, crashed in 2022, but they're still here. Most people think NFTs are just JPEGs on Ethereum, but the technology differs wildly across blockchains. Today we're comparing NFTs on ICP versus Ethereum and Solana. And trust me, Internet Computer does NFTs completely differently. Claude, let's break this down. What makes an NFT an NFT?
At its core, an NFT is a unique digital certificate of ownership stored on a blockchain, but here's what most people miss. The NFT itself is usually just a pointer to where the actual image or file is stored, and where that file lives makes all the difference between blockchains.
Wait, so when I buy an NFT on OpenSea, I don't actually own the image file?
Correct. You own a token that points to an image. On Ethereum and Solana, the NFT metadata usually points to IPFS or a centralized server like AWS. The blockchain only stores a link, not the actual image, because storing large files on-chain is prohibitively expensive. A single high-resolution image could cost thousands of dollars to store on Ethereum.
So what happens if IPFS goes down or the server hosting my NFT shuts down?
Your NFT becomes a broken link. The token still exists, but it points to nothing. This has already happened. There are NFTs from early collections where the images are gone forever because the hosting service died. IPFS helps because it's decentralized storage, but files can still disappear if no one is pinning them. It's a dirty secret of the NFT world.
How is ICP different?
ICP stores the entire NFT image, metadata, everything directly on the blockchain. No external links, no IPFS, no AWS. When you buy an ICP NFT, the file is permanently on-chain. It can't disappear unless the entire internet computer network goes down.
Okay, but storing everything on-chain has to be expensive, right? What does it actually cost to mint an NFT on each chain?
Here's where it gets interesting. Ethereum minting costs $50 to $200 depending on gas fees. But remember, that's just for the token, not the image. Solana is dirt cheap at a penny to 10 cents per mint. But again, the image lives elsewhere. ICP costs 10 cents to $1 per mint, which includes permanent on-chain storage. So upfront, it's more than Solana, but way less than Ethereum.
What about ongoing costs? Do I have to pay to keep my NFT alive?
On Ethereum and Solana, there are no ongoing costs for the token itself, but if your image is on a paid IPFS service like Pinata, you might have monthly fees. On ICP, there are technically cycle costs for keeping the canister running, but these are minimal and usually covered by the project, not individual owners. The key difference, ICP storage cost is predictable and permanent.
Beyond storage, what can these NFTs actually do? Are they just static images?
This is where ICP gets really interesting. Ethereum and Solana NFTs are typically static, a JPEG or video file that doesn't change. Some use smart contracts for dynamic metadata, but the media itself is fixed. ICP NFTs can be fully interactive websites, games, or applications because they're hosted on canisters. Imagine an NFT that's actually a playable game or 3D world you can walk through. That's possible on ICP.
Give me a real example. What's been built that you can't do on other chains?
Cubetopia is a perfect example. It's basically Minecraft built entirely on ICP. Players can explore, build, and interact in a voxel-based world where everything runs on-chain. The entire game, all the assets, player data, it's all stored on the blockchain, not external servers. You can also look at projects where 3D NFTs can be rotated and viewed directly in your browser with no external viewer needed. These are hard or impossible to replicate on Ethereum or Solana without external infrastructure.
Okay, but storage and features don't matter if no one's buying. What's the marketplace situation?
Here's the harsh reality. Ethereum dominates NFT trading volume with OpenSea and Blur handling billions in transactions. Solana's Magic Eden does hundreds of millions. ICP's largest marketplace, Entrepot, does low single-digit millions at best. The liquidity gap is massive. You can have the best technology, but if no one's buying it, it doesn't matter.
Why is adoption so low on ICP if the tech is better?
Network effects. Everyone's already on Ethereum, the artists, collectors, tools, and brands. Solana gained traction during the 2021 bull run and maintained momentum. ICP launched in 2021, but with controversy around tokenomics and never caught the same wave. Plus, most people don't care about on-chain storage until their NFT breaks. By then, they've already bought elsewhere.
So where do NFTs go from here? Is ICP's approach the future, or is it solving a problem people don't care about?
The battle between good enough and technically superior. Ethereum Solana's approach is good enough for most use cases, and they have the users. ICP's approach is objectively more robust. Your NFT can break, but that's a solution to a problem most people haven't experienced yet. If a major scandal hits where thousands of valuable NFTs lose their images, ICP's model could suddenly become very appealing.
What would it take for ICP NFTs to gain real traction?
3 things: a breakout collection that goes viral, a major brand choosing ICP for permanence, or a catastrophic failure on Ethereum or Solana that proves the storage risk is real. Right now, it's a bet on future awareness beating current convenience.
All right, Claude. If I'm an artist or collector, which chain should I use for NFTs?
If you want maximum liquidity in buyers, Ethereum despite the costs. If you want speed and low fees, Solana. Just accept the storage risk. If you want true permanence and innovative features, ICP, but understand you're betting on future adoption. For most people today, Ethereum or Solana makes practical sense, but if you care about your NFT existing forever, ICP is the only chain that guarantees it.
Permanence versus popularity. That's the trade-off. Thanks, Claude. Let us know in the comments. Would you pay more for a truly permanent NFT, or is storage risk overblown? See you next time on Let's Ask Claude.